right, so today's Frenchie's Corner is pretty simple. This was actually before he announced his big announcement, but is Jeff Sneider the best team player of all time? Now, this was introduced by you, and I'm gladly on board with the subject because I'll start and I'll say no. Am I crazy? Yeah, pretty much. But in my craziness, here's my logic. For me, best player, best team player is if you put them in the past, in the present, in the future, who would dominate? And Jeff Sneider and JTE, that team was amazing at that time, but they did not have the competition they had today. Now, you can see if Jeff Sneider would be the best player of all time, he would have as much success with Andrejko than he had with JTE, which he did have success, but not dominant like he was before. And for me, the best player, does he have as much matching experience? No. But overall, he works best in a team. He complements a team so much better, in my opinion, and that is the kid. The kid, in my opinion, is the best teams player of all time. I'm guessing you're going to say, yes, Jess, Snyder's the best, like you usually do.
No, I'm going to say that I agree. Okay, I agree that is your opinion, and you are more than entitled to it. I'm about to tell you factually why Sneider is the best teams player ever. I wrote this down, dude. I didn't just like how I normally come in here. I was on Schmodown Wiki. I made a plan, dude. Okay.
You're desperate to win. Okay.
No, this was just so effing absurd on your part. I was like, dude, I'm just going to kick your ass in one foul swoop, dude. Okay. So, okay, dude, Sneider was one of two people who were on two teams that held the belts. Roca being the other, and both Patriots and Odd Couple were far more dominant than Top 10 and Founding Fathers. Yeah. Okay, Top 10, hold on. Top 10 held the belts after beating Schmoes. Then they lost their next match, giving them up to the Patriots. The next time they defended the belts, they didn't even defend them. They did play the Patriots again 2 times, but Patriots defended. Top 10 is done after that. Patriots successfully defended the belt 6 times, and 2 of those against Top. Odd Couple then formed. They took the belts from Shire Wolves, and then took them again from Shazam later, which has the kid on there. Making Sneider a 2-time belt holder with 2 different teams and a total of 6 successful defenses. Founding Fathers held the belts with 1 successful defense, making Roca a 2-time belt holder with 2 different teams with 1 successful defense. Sneider, if you look at it like that, Sneider, he is the only I don't even understand where you're coming from. I'm about to have another Thursday night incident all over again.
Like, okay, hold your horses. I get what you mean. Accomplishment-wise, yes. But for me, the factor of the best player is not just accomplishment. Because like it or not, I said before, time and period they played is completely different to the competition we have today. You would put the Patriot in the future or in the present, they would, I personally think, would not have as much success as they had in the past because, again, they would kept going against the same opponents. It was very limited stock, right? So, yeah, obviously, they had extremely good success, but I'm looking in overall, for me, the kid is not just about how many defenses, how many this, how many that. It's about the chemistry he brings. You take the kid, you plug him in any team. I find that he's a type of personality that works so well with other people that he will adapt to anything you give him and be successful. Jeff Sneider is not one of them. And for me, that's as much important when we're considering who is the best teams player of all time. And I get your point. You're saying, the Patriots had amazing success. We're not talking about the Patriots here. We're talking about Jeff Sneider.
Yeah, but like I said, there are only two possibilities. I argued both of them, and I canceled one of them out. The only two possibilities are Sneider and Roca, and Sneider is far superior to Roca. Did you not hear the novel that I wrote out and just recited to you for bedtime? What is going on, dude?
I've never said the contrary. I am nuts. That's not arguable. I am off my rockers. And thank you, Dagan. I see your head nodding. But that's what happens when you're a Montreal fan. But at the same time, for me, it's a lot more than just, again, the certain accomplishments, because, again, it goes with the time period you're in. And again, I don't think they would do as well in today's day and age. Whereas the kid's evolution and the plug and play factor, I really think he brings. And the run they're at right now, I think it's not the end. Look, I'm not saying you're wrong, you're right. I'm not saying I'm wrong, right? Because this is a very personally a hard question to ask. Because again, it spans depending on what generation, what season you're playing on. But for me, the plug and play factor is the winning factor for me on the kid. Hey, that's just me. You know what? Enough about us. Like usual, I want to hear the other people's opinion. And should we maybe also bring our special guest as well at the same time?
Yeah, let's bring him in too and see what he's got to think.
Okay, because he called me disrespectful, so I want to hear his opinion here. All right, so starting with our special guest. Hey, sure.